Have you ever watched Itoshi play in Blue Lock and thought, how is this guy always 3 steps ahead of everyone? Like seriously, every time Rin gets the ball, it feels like the entire field bends to his will. Defenders panic, teammates get pulled out of position, and before anyone even realizes what's happening, the ball is already in the net. What makes Rin so scary isn't just his technical skill, although that's definitely part of it. It's the way he controls the entire game. He doesn't just react to what's happening, he manipulates it, he sets traps, predicts movements, and forces everyone around him to play exactly the way he wants. And the crazy part is, while Rin is obviously an anime character, a lot of the things that make him dangerous are actually real football skills that you can train in real life. Today we're going to break down how you can start playing more like Itoshi Rin. We'll talk about his game intelligence, his deadly shooting ability, the way he controls space on the pitch, and the cold mentality that makes him one of the most dangerous strikers in Blue Lock. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of how to bring a little bit of Rin's style into your own game the next time you step onto the pitch. The first thing you need to understand about Rin is that he's basically a master strategist on the field. While a lot of players focus only on the ball, Rin is constantly thinking about the entire system of the game. Imagine the field like a giant chessboard. Most players are just trying to win the next move. Rin is already thinking 5 moves ahead. When you watch him in Blue Lock, he's always analyzing where defenders are positioned, where space will open up, and how players are likely to react. Instead of forcing things to happen, he lets situations develop and then strikes at the perfect moment. This is something you can actually start practicing right away. The next time you're playing or even watching a match, stop focusing only on the player with the ball. Instead, start looking at the spaces between players. Ask yourself questions like, where is the defense weak right now? Which player looks like they're about to make a run? If this player passes the ball, where is the most dangerous area it could go? At first, your brain might feel overwhelmed because there's so much happening on the field, but the more you practice scanning the pitch, the more patterns you'll start to recognize. Eventually, the game will begin to feel slower, and that's when you'll start making smarter decisions automatically. That's the kind of awareness Rin has all the time. Another huge part of Rin's playstyle is his control of space. A lot of players think football is about running faster or dribbling better than everyone else. But at a high level, football is really about who controls the space on the field. Rin understands this perfectly. Instead of just chasing the ball like many players do, he moves in ways that force defenders into uncomfortable positions. Sometimes he drifts into open areas where defenders hesitate to follow him. Other times he pulls defenders out of shape so that space opens up somewhere else. It's almost like he's rearranging the field piece by piece. If you want to start playing more like Rin, you need to think less about the ball and more about where you should be without the ball. Try this the next time you play. Instead of constantly asking for the ball at your feet, look for pockets of space where defenders aren't paying attention. Move into those areas quietly, and suddenly, when the pass finally comes, you'll have more time and space to make something happen. The best players aren't always the ones running the most, they're the ones moving at the right time. Now let's talk about one of Rin's most dangerous weapons, his shooting ability. When Rin shoots in Blue Lock, it's not just powerful, it's precise. He's always aiming for the exact spot that makes it almost impossible for the goalkeeper to react. Corners of the goal, tight angles, shots that curve away from defenders. In real football, finishing like that comes down to 2 things, technique and composure. A lot of players panic when they get a chance to shoot. They rush the shot, lean back too far, or swing wildly at the ball. Rin is the opposite. He stays calm in front of goal and focuses on placement over power. If you want to improve your finishing, start practicing hitting specific targets inside the goal. Instead of just shooting randomly during training, pick a corner and aim for it repeatedly. Try placing cones or water bottles inside the goal and challenge yourself to hit them. Over time, your accuracy will improve and you'll start feeling more confident when those chances appear in real matches. because when you finally get that one opportunity in a game, you want to be the player who finishes it without hesitation. Something else that separates Rin from most players is his ability to manipulate defenders. In Blue Lock, defenders often look completely lost when facing him. That's because Rin rarely does the obvious thing. He'll shape his body like he's about to shoot, only to slip a pass through the defense, or he'll slow the game down just enough to make defenders relax before suddenly accelerating into space. This is a skill that a lot of top footballers use in real life. It's called deception. The idea is simple. Make your opponent believe one thing, then do something else. Even small movements can create huge advantages. A quick glance in one direction might make a defender shift their weight. A slight pause can make them hesitate. These tiny moments are often enough to create the space you need. So next time you're playing, experiment with changing your tempo. Don't always play at the same speed. Sometimes slow the game down and watch how defenders react, then explode into action when they least expect it. Of course, none of this works without the right mentality, and Rin's mentality might be the most intense part of his entire character. If you've watched Blue Lock, you know that Rin plays with a cold, almost ruthless focus. He doesn't care about impressing people. He doesn't care about being flashy. His only goal is to win and dominate the game. Now, obviously, you don't need to become a cold anime villain to improve at football, but there's an important lesson here. A lot of players hold themselves back because they're afraid of making mistakes. They hesitate to shoot. They avoid difficult passes. They play it safe. Rin doesn't think like that. When he sees an opportunity, he takes it without hesitation. If you want to grow as a player, you need to develop that same confidence in your decisions. Even if you fail sometimes, and you definitely will, that's part of the process. The players who improve the fastest are the ones who take responsibility in big moments instead of hiding from them. Another thing that makes Rin so dangerous is his consistency. In Blue Lock, he's not just good for a few moments, he's controlling games from start to finish. That kind of consistency only comes from serious training. If you want to play more like Rin, you can't rely only on talent or inspiration. You need to build strong habits. One of the best habits you can develop is analyzing your own performances. After every match or training session, spend a few minutes thinking about what happened. When did you lose the ball? When did you make good decisions? Where could you have positioned yourself better? This kind of reflection helps you improve much faster because you start identifying patterns in your game. You should also spend time improving the fundamentals. Rin might look like a genius on the field, but underneath all that intelligence are strong basic skills. His first touch is clean, his passing is accurate, his finishing is sharp. Those things come from repetition. If you want to build Rin-like control over the game, start by mastering the basics. Work on your first touch against a wall. Practice receiving the ball on the half turn so you can face forward quickly. Take extra shots after training. These small improvements add up over time and make a huge difference during real matches. Another training method that helps a lot is playing small-sided games, like 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4. These games force you to think faster because there's less space and less time on the ball. That pressure improves your decision-making and awareness, which are two of Rin's biggest strengths. The more you play in tight environments, the better you'll become at reading the game and reacting quickly. At the end of the day, playing like Rin isn't about copying every dramatic anime moment you see in Blue Lock. It's about adopting the core principles behind his playstyle. Think ahead, control space, stay calm in front of goal, manipulate defenders instead of reacting to them, and most importantly, develop the confidence to take control of the game when the opportunity appears. When you combine all those elements together, something interesting starts to happen. The game begins to feel more predictable. You start noticing spaces that other players miss. You begin creating chances instead of waiting for them, and slowly you transform from someone who simply participates in the game into someone who dictates how the game unfolds. And that's really what makes Itoshi Rin so special. He's not just playing football, he's orchestrating it. He's pulling the strings of the match like a conductor leading an orchestra. Every movement, every pass, every shot is part of a bigger plan. If you start applying even a few of these ideas to your own game, you'll notice a difference. You'll feel more confident on the ball, your decisions will become sharper, and other players will start wondering how you always seem to be in the right place at the right time. So the next time you step onto the pitch, remember this: don't just chase the ball, don't just react to the game, control it, think ahead, stay calm, trust your instincts. That's the mindset that turns good players into dangerous ones. And who knows, maybe one day someone will watch you play and think, wait, how did he see that coming? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which Blue Lock character you want to see next. And until then, keep training, keep improving, and most importantly, keep playing football with confidence.